It was just me.
Like,
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the February 25th, 2026 zoning citation agenda, and it is 2:05 p.m. There are two sessions today. I have the first. Attorney Oberst has the second one that'll start at 3. So if you're here for the one starting at 3, you're welcome to stay. You can watch online, whatever you'd like, but I'm not the guy. Attorney Oberst will handle that. My name is Robert Maslin. I'm the hearing officer. So, Mr. Hall, I want to run down the agenda and see what the status of each one is. So 45 Elmwood.
That one is 48 Elmwood. We're not going to hear that today, just continuing.
Continued to when?
Next month, March, we do not have a date set yet.
All right, let's set a date.
And normally we do the last week of the month.
Last Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. Same as this month, we can do Wednesday, the 25th.
Yep. March 25th.
Wednesday.
What time you want us to do that?
2 o'clock.
Okay. 47 Woodward.
Same thing as 48 Elmwood, just continued to the March.
March 25th, 2026 to be 349 Martin Luther King.
Do want to hear, we could.
We're gonna do that one today?
Yes.
Have a long one or a short one?
It could be long.
Okay. 280 Connecticut Avenue.
That one is a last minute continuance, so we'll not be hearing that one.
Next month?
Yes.
Continue to March 25th, 2026. 238 West Rocks.
Same thing.
That's
continue to the Greek church. Yeah. Continue as well.
108 Connecticut Avenue is here.
Here, yes, and we'll hear that.
236 Westport Avenue.
Want to hear that one. I doubt they'll be showing up, but
that's all I have, unless the list was expanded.
No, that's it. Yeah, the 336 will be the last one.
Okay, so let's
only really hearing 3 items today.
Let me look at the memo on 108. All right, who's here on 108?
Abram Heisler for the owner and Mr. Ahmad or Moshe, sorry, for the who's the tenant on the property. I represent the landlord.
Sir, what's your name?
It's going.
Mr.
Okay. Wait, who's here? Who's up first?
Okay.
I have you.
Right, Manish Patel is the principal of the LLC that owns the property.
Principal of owning. And sir, your name?
Salah Morshed.
Can you spell it? Were you here last time?
Yeah, Morshed, last name MORSHED.
Morshed, okay.
Morshed.
Last name?
It's the last name. First name Salah. SELAH. SALAH. Salah.
And what's the business name of the tenant?
Easy.
Do you need an interpreter? You speak English okay? Do you need an interpreter?
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. Now, this was here a few times before,
Yes.
and the last time, according to the memo, the landlord would be starting an eviction process, and that was as of last month.
Correct, yes.
What does that say?
So Mr. Patel has just hired me to, I think Mr. Patel believed that the tenant was working things out with the city, and I think the tenant has been submitting plans, but I was able to convince Mr. Patel that in order to protect his interest in the building, he has to start an eviction. It should be in court in about 5 to 6 weeks, and
What do you mean, in court?
well, I'm serving the notice to quit today, and the summons will be served the following week. And if
Okay,
I would entertain, once we're in housing court, is Marshad is, we'll have to get a lawyer in housing court, and I think that
you'll be
if-
able to work it out?
we'll
is that-
work it out that if he could work things out with the city, we'll enter into a stipulated agreement that he could stay on the property.
Mr. Hall, what is the status of your discussions with the tenant?
All right, so they did submit an application with plans to convert to a deli instead of a smoke shop. They received the plans here. They're not part of the presentation, but I did receive the plans here. However, the same day I
Now, where is that?
this is 108 Connecticut Avenue. It is, if you get off the ramp
Across
off
from the
95, you
firehouse?
take a right. Yes, crossing the firehouse.
Is that the community health next door?
Behind it, I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Not next door. Community health is like 1 block away.
1 block, okay.
The next door
Is
is a
there a
warehouse.
street to the right, or is that a building there?
Think of the gas station next to it.
Oh,
Yeah, you can see the
okay,
sign.
that's,
Like a
what's
mobile
it,
station.
Fairfield Avenue?
Yes, right across from Fairfield.
And the yellow building is a tile warehouse.
Oh,
Okay.
Briggs, is that
Yeah,
Briggs?
it's warehouse.
Oh, I don't know if it's Briggs, but
Oh,
not if it's across from the firehouse.
oh,
It's very close to firehouse.
Okay, yeah, I remember seeing that, but that's a different picture. I think we had another.
Oh, yeah, this was,
street view.
this was from a few weeks ago, that's when it was raining, it was still open, I could pull up the Google Maps.
No, that's okay, I just
Okay.
wanted to kind of get a sense of where.
Right here.
All right, so
Mhm.
what's the status? of-
So, yeah, I received the floor plans for the deli the same day, I received notice from the landlord and his attorney that, they are gonna begin the eviction process. So the plans that were submitted would, be approvable by zoning to be a legal deli. However, I want to implore the landlord and his attorney to, just think about if they want to keep the tenant there,
Is
because
that a special permit use, or is that?
for a deli, it'll just be as of right. They are not proposing any vape or tobacco sales. This property has a history of being raided by the police with
Right.
illicit drugs being
Got
there,
it,
so.
yep.
Even if it's converted to a deli, there's no guarantee that the tenants are gonna magically stop selling illicit material. So that's something that I want to implore the landlord and his attorney. Is that a risk they want to take? Because we could approve this as a deli, however, the cops are still gonna be investigating it, it's still gonna be
Well,
on
I
the city's
can't do anything
radar.
about that.
Correct, yeah, so
Okay,
that's why I did not approve anything, because I want to,
You can still get rated even if you have a CO.
correct, yeah, whatever the sign says in the front, as whatever the activity they're doing on the inside.
As long
So,
as the sign doesn't say illegal drugs for sale.
yeah, exactly, yeah. So if that's something that the landlord wants to risk, having the same tenants in there, I could go forward with approving it, however, if I were the landlord, I would,
Are you able to approve this based on what you have?
yes, I can.
Is the fee paid and everything?
The fees, they've been making partial payments since the last time it was paid.
I did encourage my client to just do a straight eviction and be done with it. However, he does like Mr. Mershad, who's put a lot of money into this property. And Mr. Mershad is telling him, I mean, I don't know if I believe it or not, but Mr. Mershad is telling him that he didn't know what his employees were doing. He has multiple stores. If he runs it as a deli, I think there's gonna be less ability in terms, first of all, a deli has
Well,
the
you
health
got health
department.
department.
The health department's there on a regular basis. People don't necessarily want to go to a deli for that to buy pot.
Let me ask, now, you don't have to tell me if you don't want, but does the lease specify a use?
The uses as a.
Is it narrowly defined for a smoke shop, or?
It was leased as a smoke shop, but let me, I think I have the lease here. Yeah. Tobacco and variety store.
So to change it to a deli, you have to change the lease.
Oh, actually, no, it says here, use of leased premises, the retail sale of tobacco related and deli convenience retail products.
Oh, so it's okay.
So it could, yeah, I mean, and if
So
the
in other
owner
words, what they're doing now is a violation of the lease.
Well, it
because
says
it's more-
tobacco.
More of a street smoke shop.
yes, it's not I mean, Mr.
You don't have to
Patel wrote
redo
the
the
lease
lease.
himself, but,
What do you want to do?
We were looking for a fine, they have been open, they were advised that they weren't allowed to be open. since the last hearing, there are days where they're closed for one day on the 18th. However, on the 9th, they were open. On the 16th of last month, they were open. Just last week, on the 20th, they were open after they were told that they are not allowed to be.
You want me to impose a fine today and then you work it out with the landlord, and if it doesn't work out, we start another?
Yeah, unfortunately, the fine
Citation.
will go against the landlord. That's something that just policy
Yeah.
here. So I'm recommending a fine. On the for the memo, the fine was $500 for this one. They have been fined in the past for
Mr.
$7,000.
Attorney Heisler, if there's a fine against the landlord, is it recoverable under the lease? Or would it be part of your resolution when you?
It would be part of my resolution, certainly. I don't think it's recoverable on the lease, but would be part of the resolution.
Well, the tenant can pay it today if he wants.
Are you able to, or?
Yeah, we pay every, a week, right?
And they have been making installments. This will
Today
be
I'm gonna,
more.
I'm gonna do a payment today.
Okay.
And Mr. Morshad, if I could ask you your home address,
How much is the?
1960,
18.
The permit will be
1864.
100.
he's
What
gotta do that
apartment?
Wallet.
Oh, no, for the, when you
Wallet,
fined
I
them
mean,
$7,000 last
But
time.
you- Oh,
working on.
Oh,
The
wow.
previous fine, which is still not.
Avenue?
Yeah.
Any apartment or
Bronx, New York. Yeah, apartment 2C.
apartment 2C, Bronx, New York?
Bronx, New York.
Okay,
So he's gotta pay off the fine first before
what's his zip code?
Mhm.
before you apply.
Zip code?
Before we. Yeah.
1004.
This is why I want to implore the landlord to explore options. It's not my authority to say who could be rented where, but
One,
seems like it's just continuing problems.
10146.
101.
Give me a second, make me in the.
Sorry, for that.
Give me a second.
So Sala, you need to pay the fine first, before you apply for the bail.
Mr. Heisler, the maximum fine allowed is $2,100 according to the memo.
Okay.
1046.
For today?
1046.
Yeah, I'm listening
Please
to you.
just did that.
I'm sorry.
Right, so maximum fine today is $2,100. The staff recommending a fine of $500. I don't think we had a formal hearing on this because there hasn't been a request, but let me just ask you this question. Would a fine of $500 be acceptable? In other words, would your client accept it under all the circumstances,
You're gonna have to.
including that the tenant pay the fine?
If he does, yes.
Well, I mean, he's got money he's
Yeah.
paying. so-
I think it is reasonable, given the fact that they were open after an order not to open, so I think it is reasonable.
Do me a favor, on to three, if we go out in the hall and
Okay.
work this out, and then I want to come back with it and see. if we
Okay,
can-
great.
I just will add that if you come and tell me that you're gonna straight up evict him, I won't have a recommended fine.
Well, I am evicting him,
Let's go out.
but
go
I'm
out there.
keeping
I don't wanna
open
get
the
too far into
possibility,
this.
and I'm gonna get a judgment in housing for it.
Mhm.
The question is, am I gonna enter into an agreement in housing for it that permits him to stay?
Mhm.
Well, put them-
So.
Okay. You're here for which?
March and February.
Yeah, Marshall Luther Camp.
You two?
I'm just listening, I'm just starting. He's my contract is going to the next phase.
You were here last time?
I was here this.
You weren't.
I was not. I was not.
You wanna do that one?
I'd actually want to do the Westport one because that should be a few minutes, and by the time they get back, we should be done with.
336?
Yes.
Okay, anybody here on 336?
Uh,
Westport Ave?
no, I doubt it. They never show up.
Okay, we'll take a look at them. Spring up,
New but old, yes. Mhm.
new notice of violation.
Yes, we updated the regulations, so I wanted to send a new notice.
Okay, so the
yeah.
new notice of violation citation was on the 13th,
Correct, yes. 12 days ago.
so the 10 days is up, but how was the citation sent?
Through certified mail and constable service. So I have
Oh,
the
how did
return.
the constable do it?
He did a abode, but we do have a signed green sheet,
Wow.
green sheet as well.
2/11, date of delivery?
That might be that could be a 17, yeah, because it was created the citation after, so it'll create on the 13th, so.
Uh, Um. All right, the alleged violators in LLC, so a
Mhm.
boat service doesn't work unless we know who the agent for service is.
Correct, yeah, it was, according to the
So
site,
I don't know if this sheriff's return or marshal, constable return doesn't say anything about agent for service. It says care of Al Saidi, managing member, it says, okay, and but it was done at the business location, not their residences.
correct, because the mailing address, according to the Connecticut, the portal.
Yeah, but that's a boat service is somebody who lives someplace.
Correct, yeah.
You know. But you do have this, which
Signed
is
between the-
certified,
Mhm.
this is fine, but the 10 days isn't up yet.
For the,
This is the 17th.
it was my recommendation to continue this matter.
Have we heard from, did you hear from?
I have not, no.
Okay. All right, so, let's put this over to next month
Mhm.
and we'll deal with, because you already find them, right?
Yeah, we like 4 times, I believe we find them.
Okay, so 336 Westport Avenue is continued to March 25th, 2026, 2 P M. And the reason for the continuance is the service was affected not later than
Mhm.
February 17th, according to the green receipt from the post office. And the 10 days to request a hearing is not expired. That takes care of that one. Let's see what they're. Or do you want to have enough, you want to do another one?
We just have the one more,
Martin Luther King?
yes. Mhm. So we could start that one,
Let's do me a favor, because that's gonna take me a couple of minutes. Could you see what
sure.
these guys are ready to come down?
Oh, yeah, we want to, no rush, we want They said just a minute,
Just a minute.
yeah.
I'm sorry,
Well,
yes, we're good with the $500 fine and appreciate the fact that it could be a lot more. So. I'm just,
Okay.
yeah.
So Attorney Eisler is back representing the property owner, and based on his representation that the property owner is accepting a $500 fine. There are some other private discussions between landlord and tenant that are not germane to what I do. So, based on that representation of Mr. Heisler, I'll impose a fine of $500, and then that'll close this matter. And as payments come in, you'll just take the $500 and apply it.
Mhm.
He's got to pay the other fine off first, and then this one, and then the permit fee.
Correct, yes. Mhm.
And would you make sure you stay in touch?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you
Okay,
very much.
thank you, yeah,
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you
email
for
all
your
your
help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Martin Luther King Drive,
Yes.
349.
Yeah.
Step right up,
sir.
So.
Okay. This has been in and out of the system since for 3 years now.
Correct, yes.
And from what I remember from discussions earlier, a multi-day hearing was held.
I believe
And this
the,
is the one where there were like 4 days of hearing with Attorney DePetlis,
correct, yes.
and that resulted in a $30,000 fine that was paid.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so who is here today?
John D'Antonio Senior.
Now, are you the property owner, or is that a relative, or what?
No, I
That's
own it
you?
with my wife. My wife's
Okay,
on the mortgage, put it that way. No, she's on the deed.
okay, so, and you're here to watch.
He's just,
I've been sure.
he's actually gonna be my contractor when I work.
Okay. All right, okay, so what is the, Mr. Hall, what's going on here?
Well, I met on the property with, the property owner, last week to, discuss the situation. Their plan is that they want to apply for a permit to build a warehouse on the property, that would store, some of the material. Warehouse would be an allowed, building there. Store the material and get rid of the, contractor use.
Yard.
Yeah, the yard that's on the property. So they're in the process of working with the architect to get updated plans. And, we left it at that. That was last Thursday, I believe.
All right, so there's a citation in November. Mr. D'Antonio, where do things stand?
While we're moving stuff out, I'm selling some equipment, cleaning up the yard there and getting ready to get a permit to put up a
Who's your, you said architect?
Architect, yes.
architect. I got Ryan and Falls, which is Redness and Mead, doing the drawings. And I'm, called the building guy that put up my last building, John Dosky. And he works with Star Building, which is the other 3 buildings are stars, so I figured I'll just
Okay,
make everything the same, and it's gonna be like 4,500 square feet.
does that sound feasible, Mr. Hall?
The property could fit a warehouse. It's allowed use and allowed structure in the zone. The violation was for the, contractor yard,
Right.
the materials there. So it would have to be, last time I was there was last week. Due to the snow, I wasn't able to confirm, what the state of the property is now.
So, correct me if my understanding is wrong, but the citation is for the use that's not allowed in the zone
Correct, yes.
and obviously has no permits.
Correct, yes.
So to correct it, you just have to eliminate the use.
Correct, yes.
And what would it take, based on your familiarity with the site, what would it take to eliminate the use?
Well, this use is how we determine it is it's like visual, like what we see on the property.
Yeah.
If we see vehicles, if we see materials on the property and like we see trucks going in and out, with the building material, that's how we determine it. So if we see a property that doesn't have like the trucks going in and out of the property with the materials, if the materials aren't stored improperly on the lot, if there are, piles, rocks, dirt, rubble, that type of thing, materials, barrels, ladders, that type of thing. It's vague, the definition, but on purpose. So
Can
we
you-
can.
Is that what it looks like today?
This was on the 12th. I was there last time I was there. This is on the 18th. This is when I visited. It was a rainy day. So you'd see some dirt
Do you have
piles.
an aerial?
I can pull one up, yes.
I think maybe I'll speak on the department's behalf to say, if the property is made clear of materials and equipment.
Yeah, let me just, I want to get situated
Yeah.
here. Does this, that's not your GIS with the boundaries.
No, this is,
Okay, so those 2 buildings that are, they
Yes,
look like 2
they're metal buildings. Yeah.
hangars, right? Warehouses,
They're warehouses, all of them.
right, but they're a little offset.
Yes,
And
And the third one is,
toward the, below those on the, I don't know which way, north to the top, I guess.
Yes, mhm.
So to the south of those buildings is where your contractor's yard is.
correct.
So in order to correct the violation, that basically has to be
Removed.
removed. All
Yes.
the equipment removed, the
Well, some of the equipment is. really-
dividing, the material piles
Yes,
have to be removed or smoothed out. And right, is that my, do I have it right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then remain that way.
Remain,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
obviously, because otherwise you'll be back.
okay. The equipment that you see there are their rental, I rent spaces. They're not mine.
Okay,
And I have leases with the one that's over there with the U-shaped. No, you
Which
just
one?
went the other way. Go back to that, the U-shaped right there, right
right
there.
there,
Yeah, that's owned by Nature's Way rents that. And,
Nature's Way, what do they do?
They're
they're
down
big
on
lands.
Mountain Street.
They're on Mountain Street. They have two
They have
buildings.
their own yard.
Yeah, they have two buildings with no room.
They have more than enough space to do what they gotta do there.
What's that little rectangle in the back there? On the
That
left.
trailer that's going. That's already,
What's all that stuff up along the street?
that stuff is.
Truck,
Where?
right there.
That's rock that's gonna go.
Hey, what about the other side of the driveway?
That is metal that's gonna go. That's my pickup truck. The ones in the back are two trailers. I've been renting to the guy. I knew him for 40 years. He just put parts in there. It's rental.
When are they,
He's leaving. He works for LaJoy. Don LaJoy. He hauls for them. So
Don LaJoy's almost 90 years old.
I know where Don is. I see him all the time. He's going to put up his museum pretty soon. His brother just lost his wife and
Oh,
I think
boy.
he's gonna go. His museum's gonna be on that side. I
Up
see
here or
him.
down south with his kids?
Don?
Yeah,
No, he's here.
up here?
He's
Well,
here.
I know he's here. He's here.
He's here.
Corey's
Rod-
down south.
Yes, Corey's down south. And Randy, the one that made all the money with the stock cars, with the seat. That special seat, he's the one that designed it.
Oh, okay.
He has yeah, no,
Then he's-
Don's still in the
But
yard.
he's a grandson, right? Randy?
Yes, no, that's Don's son. Randy's Don's son. There's Randy Junior.
Oh, okay, all right.
And
Which is the one that,
Carmine passed away. Cirrhosis?
brother?
No, he worked in the junkyard. He did everything for himself.
Okay.
Big heavy set kid.
All right.
Yeah, Don go back a long way, but that's all right.
But then he had the other son that had the accident
Yes,
years ago.
yes.
Okay.
Don's trying to put up his building.
The official position of staff is that it's been this is the second time we had the violation on. It was with John, with the previous ruling, and the property continues to be in the state. Those steps recently have been taken to get the property in compliance. However, as of today, I have to say that the property is not in compliance. And so that's
Is
why
it better than it was?
slightly, some of the materials and stuff is gone,
Yeah,
but it's still the violation as the contractor yard still exists.
Mr. D'Antonio.
Yes.
The city's already got 30,000 from it.
yeah, I know. I know. I'm trying to stop it. I'm trying
You gotta fix it.
I am trying to, I'm
Right.
there every day. I'm there every day. He can tell you, I'm there every day, getting rid of stuff. The screener, that big screener, that's already broken down, that's for sale. That's the trailer in the
You know,
back.
you're putting me in a bad spot. Cause they want a lot of money.
Yeah, I know.
And
I'm trying to hit it.
the impression is, not quite sure much is getting done here.
I'm
I
there.
know, I granted the weather's a mess.
It's a mess right now, yes.
What if we went over a month and see where we are?
The position of staff
You
was,
weren't here last time, right?
No, unfortunately, my agent went too many doctor's appointments and too much medication, but that's.
They seemed like they were in pretty good shape. Go ahead.
Tell my knees that.
the position of staff was that they were looking for some punitive assessment for today.
We'll deal with it next month. If I do it fine today, then we're done, then you have to start. with
Send
the
a new citation, correct, yeah.
Respectfully, we'd be okay with that.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, we want, yeah. Think that one additional action.
Be ready on the 23rd. Hold on a second. All right, let me do this. According to Mr. Hall's memo, the maximum fine as of today is $16,350. If I kick it over another month, then you have another 28 days of violation, which 28 times the daily fine.
250, it's,
Sorry,
I thought I was trying to do the math in my head, failing.
not working, right?
Yeah, no.
So it's gonna be up to that. Today, they're recommending a $10,000 fine. If I impose a fine today, the file's closed, but tomorrow they can issue a new citation and you start all over again. Do
Yes, I understand that.
you wanna do that?
No, I do not. I got a question. What do I have to do to get a permit to put a building up? That's what I'm trying to do now.
Oh, well,
I wanna get everything
I got
out of
that.
there. And
as far as the citation goes, remove all of the contractor's yard materials and equipment. As far as getting a permit,
And just
Mr.
the
Hall,
architectural plans and the updated survey showing where the.
you need drainage and
yes,
grading and all that, right? That's
Right.
redness and mead.
Mhm.
yes. I already hired them. I already paid that.
And you need a set of building plans. It sounds like you just
Call Star.
prefab or.
It's gonna be prefab, but I just can't.
But you gotta do a foundation.
That's why my guys, he did the other building in the back. So that's what I'm working for. That building right there, the L building,
Yeah,
he did all the work there.
that's all permitted, Mr.
Yes.
Hall?
I believe, yes.
Is that this, we went through this before. Is that a different, is there a boundary between these two?
No, so
No,
as,
it's one piece of
It's
property
one
now.
piece, so.
correct, yeah.
My lawyer made everything one piece, because that actually, the where the dirt is,
So from the buildings up,
yes, they've been up for 20
that's
years.
part of the site.
Yes,
From the buildings down, it's the same site, but the use is wrong.
yeah, originally that property right there was Gardol Chemical. That I bought from the Wattenbergs. And I put that wall up to the.
How's the environmental?
Excuse me,
How was the environmental one?
everything was good
Really?
on my side. The other side, cause I took all the
Across
dirt,
the street?
no, the sports center,
Oh, that, yeah.
yeah, all that dirt was contaminated.
But this was clean?
This was clean, I had tests on it
You
from,
got lucky.
they had wells there and everything. The only thing I had up on the top, I had. a
Oh,
couple-
if they had wells, then there was something there and they cleaned.
No, they had it in the front. No, I had a well too. The property on the bottom where you see on the, right by Martin Luther King, when they did Martin Luther King,
Mhm.
Mark IV, all the material came in that yard right there. I took it all out, dug it all out and got rid of it. It was all concrete and asphalt and everything like that. There is a gas line running through there that, Eversource ran across the road, and it goes along that retaining wall to the,
What, between Ely Avenue and?
No, no.
Okay,
right? See where that trailer is, the one
Yeah.
that's gone, right along there, and it goes to the buildings, because I have gas to them buildings now, to all the buildings. I had no gas, we had propane in there before,
okay.
so now we ran gas.
Now,
from
your
across the street.
site does not include those two houses.
No, not those two, but
Are they residences?
yes, the one that says 330, we own that. We own it, but we sold it, it was a duplex. And the only reason we bought that was to get the power from Ely Avenue to Martin Luther King. You can't get power on Martin Luther King without going to Ely Avenue. They never put power on Martin Luther King.
That's true, yes.
There's none. You gotta, so there's a cables running,
Who did that project?
I do.
No, the MLK usually put infrastructure.
That was Mark IV when they put it in. Years ago,
All right,
and the drainage is deep there too. It's like 25 feet.
okay. So here we have a citation issued on November 4th. 2025. Do you have the return?
There I do. Okay, return receipt, let me just grab the,
Oh, let me see the
citation.
citation.
Citation for, here we go.
Uh,
Here's the citation itself. So this one, I believe I did not get returned green card, however, we did constable service as well.
Yeah, but it's here.
Yes.
So I shouldn't have been here.
That was, we were here last month. He's under the new regs.
Correct, yes.
Do you certify that no request for a hearing has been submitted to you?
I do certify that, yes.
And so basically the violation is contractor's yard
Correct, yeah,
in a zone that doesn't allow it.
correct, yes.
Okay. There's a history with a $30,000 previous fine. We recommended 10,000. The maximum fine today is 16,350. I have enough based on the record and the file. Mr. D'Antonio, do you have anything to say you want me to consider?
Not that I can think of right now, I just wanna,
You mean nothing like I'm working toward
I'm working
moving
toward,
everything? and
yeah, I'm doing everything.
It's just taking away too long.
Well, when you're,
Mr. Hall, just on, let's make sure I have this right.
Mhm.
The original fine was assessed in February of 23,
Correct, yes.
but it wasn't paid until July of 25, 2.5 years later.
Mhm.
And what was any reason for the delay?
I'm not sure about the delay. I know it was paid at that time because it was put on a tax sale. The city put a lien on the property and it was posted on the biannual city tax.
So in other words, the property owner paid the fine when he was about to lose the property in the sale. Does that sound right?
yeah,
Mr. D'Antonio?
yeah, I had to sell a lot of stuff to come up with the money.
Then we have in September 24. All right. Are these dates typos or what happened here? You have 2/23, 2/22/23, and then 7/29/25, and then last heard by original hearing officer 9/26/24.
Correct, yes. I have that.
Was that another hearing that started between the fine being imposed and
Correct, yes. That was in between the,
the fine being paid?
fine being, I have the decision form from that hearing. This was on.
Yeah, but you have 9/26/24, and matter was last heard by original hearing officer.
Correct, yes. And here is the decision form from that hearing.
Is this another fine or is this part of the original?
I do not believe a fine was assessed at that time.
No fine. Okay.
No fine.
Oh, so he continued it.
Correct, yeah.
Then there was a conflict,
Yes, and I inherited it.
excuse me, and then. Oh, what's the dates on those?
This is a 9/24/24,
And
9/26/24.
okay, and then the continuation was to
I believe that continuation never.
24. Right?
Mhm.
Okay. But then we start all over.
Correct, yes.
All right. To be Antonio, you realize that you've been in violation here for a long time. Right?
I believe so, yeah, when I bought the property, I thought it was a Gardell chemical property, I thought that was in the same zone. My lawyers want to combine the things through. Mike Green wanted all one piece of property, I did not want it, that property was actually
Yeah, but it's the use that
350.
matters, not so much where the boundary is. Okay.
I'm trying to clean it up now.
All right,
That's
and
all I
in the
got.
meantime, you've been renting space to people.
To pay the
The
tax.
parts that, got it, okay. All right. All right, anything else? Is there anything, from your?
Same
your
position.
Boss back
We're
there?
looking for a fine.
All right. Anything else?
No.
You're sitting quietly, any?
I just listened, I just wanna
Okay,
make things right over
okay, all right. It appears that you're making progress,
Yes, ma'am.
slow, but you heard their position,
Well,
and
he was down there with the pictures.
I got it,
Right,
and that picture was what, a year ago?
Uh,
What's the date on that?
says 2026, not sure.
Well, that's-
It's,
We do have near map, if you want to pull that up on my screen.
They usually have a
another-
date.
Near maps up top, says map browser. I already have a link for
All right.
that.
Just
Map
wanna-
browser.
Just kind of see what.
oh, no,
That's
get
good.
one from October. This is from, October 2nd, 2025, so that's the most recent we
Oh,
have.
so it's okay. Is it a little more cleaned up from then, since October?
yeah, the bin over there, straight back,
Mhm.
that's empty. There's nothing in it. The one over to the left of that, that's a rental property. He's getting the stuff out. We took 4 loads out last week.
Okay.
That's a rental. He's been putting,
Is that a processor?
that was a screener. It's all broken down.
Okay.
It's all broken down.
I do have some photos from the ground when I was there, last week, so,
Yeah.
just. It was
Yeah, but
raining,
it's
so
more
it
than
was
just
blurry, yeah.
storage. It's,
The materials
The
and,
material, then are rentals. That's nature's way. Then
no, I got it, but you're on the hook because it's your property.
I know it is. Yeah, I know,
right.
man.
All right, anything else you want me to consider? Thank you.
Hmm.
Tammy? No?
Just want you to consider that fine.
$5,000. Owns a $5,000 fine. This matter is gonna be closed at this point, but you need to get your operation lined up for a permit, so you can build a building and get a whole lot more rent,
That's exactly what I'm trying to do now.
okay? All right,
yeah,
and that's it.
that's last time, we can do the forms, so.
I'll do the
After.
forms afterwards, yep,
Sure.
okay. Anybody else? Are you here for mine or?
He's one of mine there, Counselor.
Okay,
But you
All
have
right.
that.
okay, we're all set, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna close this session of the hearing. It's 2:47. If you're watching from
You're
the
younger than me.
outside on Zoom,
there. Got a lot of
the
road.
next round of hearings will start at 3:00 with Attorney Oberst. Thank you. Turn it off.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. We are here for the zoning citation hearings for February 25th, 2026. We have 6 items on the agenda, and hopefully we can get through those as quickly and painlessly as possible. We'll have some attendees via Zoom, and we have a few here in the live in the conference room. So, Attorney Oberst?
Good afternoon, I'm Attorney Gary Oberst. I'm the hearing officer for this hearing. You've been cited for violating Norwalk zoning regulations. To my right, representing the city of Norwalk, is John Hayducky, Deputy Zoning Inspector. And hiding in the gallery is Tammy Modano, who's the Zoning Enforcement Officer. When I call your matter, you can take a seat at the table, or you can join us via Zoom or telephone. Your procedure is the city presents its findings, then you'll have an opportunity to be heard, then any interested parties can be heard, and then we'll try to reach a resolution to satisfy everyone. And if we can't, I'll make a decision that may not satisfy anyone. If you have any questions, bring them to my attention when I call your matter. What are we doing first?
So the first item we have here is for Attorney Ship, who's trying to get his video squared away
Attorney
here.
Schiff can wait till the people are here.
Fair enough. Then I'll take that back. I was gonna say give him 30 seconds, but that's okay. I'll take that back. In that case, we will do,
People came out in the snow together.
that's fair. So we'll do, 145 Water Street. I believe council is here for that. Let's get that up. Not much in there.
We got black ones, what happened?
Well, we have
Cheaper?
I think that was just the first one I grabbed in there. So we'll do, where are we, 145 Waters. Okay. And. Council, let me know when you're ready.
I'll be ready in a second. When did this start?
Last time we were here, this all started on June 2nd with a citation, so June 2025 would be the first hearing at some point. Don't recall the exact date. We'll do that. Why did it go?
Okay, identify yourself for the record, please.
Chris Russo with Russo and Rizio LLC, offices at 10 Sasko Hill Road in Fairfield, here on behalf of the property owner, Elsco Development LLC.
Well, I see you're here, and if the above happened, we could close the file, so apparently it all didn't happen.
Not totally.
Okay.
Close though, very close.
Yeah.
Let me see what, give me a second. Okay.
All right.
You're lucky, but you got it.
So, last time we were here was on December 17th, 2025. At that hearing, we continued to today to allow for, progress, to resolution. As a reminder for those at home, this was a matter of, tenant occupancy and alterations to a building, within FEMA flood zone. And so the problem was twofold. We had tenants with no permits, and then alterations done in FEMA without permits, which means they would have to comply with FEMA's regulations depending on said work. So, let me go down here. It's a pretty short presentation, I believe. Here we go. Yeah, and this is my sending of the last decision form to Tony Russo. And so one of the, as you see in here in the body of the email, and I'll enlarge it a little bit here. So last time we were here, there was one tenant in there with no permits, and their lease was up January 1st. So to make it easy, we continued to allow the lease to run out
Okay.
and then have the tenant removed. So that took care of one violation. And then after that, myself, the fire marshal, and the building department to do an inspection to make sure that the property was, property is secure, safe, and not going to cause a public hazard. We did that. We was February 10th, I believe, was the date on that. And so the fire marshal and building department was satisfied. We were satisfied. The tenants were vacated. And the fire marshal, I believe, had some minor things that he still needed to do, but you guys accomplished that. So the last remaining part here is, well, we have a building that's been renovated substantially within a flood zone. So there's two options here. The option here would be to either the building could be demoed and the property redeveloped. And once the building is demolished, obviously the violation for improvements is gone, or a retroactive permit for the renovations with a cost analysis of the work. And if it met certain FEMA thresholds, as a part of that permit, flood mitigation items would have to be installed. So upon discussion with the owner, council, it appears the direction they are going is to demolish the building and redevelop it. And have you ever been along Water Street? This is one of like 3 properties that has not been redeveloped yet. So obviously the demolition would cure the problem, but the problem is we have to get there. So sure council can fill in on details as to where they are in that. One of the things that is required is a demolition permit and pre-demolition documentation with the building department. Basically, until that's done, it is a holding pattern. So obviously, we'd like to see that paperwork done as soon as possible. So we just have something to hang our hat on, as we say.
Okay,
Yeah, so I essentially agree with that. So we have the inspection, the tenant is moved out. I don't know if you recall from last time that the tenant had stopped operating, but they had stored stuff in the, and so she was getting it out by January 1st. So she got it out. We had the inspection, as John was mentioning. At the inspection, we were talking to the building, it was building inspector.
Yep.
And he said, you have to file for pre-demolition first. So my client has got the contractor lined up who would do the demolition, went into the building department and got all the paperwork to submit for the pre-demolition. My understanding is they're going to submit it this week. And I think once that's signed off on, then you could move to the actual demolition permit to knock it down. And so yeah, that's essentially where we're at. Usually when I represent clients for redevelopment, they like to go get the zoning approvals for the redevelopment and then they demo. But I've talked to my client about it and they're especially given the violation, they're moving forward with doing the demolition, and because that resolves the violation, regardless of, what happens with the actual development. So I think that makes sense. And so they're proceeding with that.
okay, and how long's next step is the pre-demo paperwork you're gonna have in this week?
We'll have in this week. And then I'm not sure what things can come up during a demolition. So I guess, we could come back and provide an update with that. I know, you have to look at, you usually have to do inspections about what materials are in a building like that and go through some processes with that.
Part of the slight issue here is that there was, the renovations that were done, we don't know what exactly was done, what was installed. And lastly, even the demo permit process, there is a small waiting period. So when you get the permit, it's basically put out there. So if anybody wants to, I don't know, appeal, protest, whatever it is. But realistically, we can get the pre-demo permit paperwork in pretty quick. And then the actual demo permit, and we're in contact, obviously, we can probably have that within, just my experience here, probably have that within 45 days, 30 to 45 days. So if we were so inclined, I think if we have the demolition permit by the April hearing, the actual documentation, I say, here, Attorney Oberst, we have this, then we can go from there to see what, how long it's going to transpire after that. I talked to our principal planner, Brian Baker. He said typically if you submit a full application, it's generally 30 days to get on an agenda, maybe even less.
For P and Z,
For
for
P&Z,
development.
For the actual development. So that would be the next, a little cart before the horse, but that would be the next step after the demolition is completed.
Yeah, and he's moving forward with the development and he's gotten the plans. I actually have them here. They need to add some more information on it. But, and then I was emailing with John about this. I want him to keep pursuing the demo because the demo the demo deals with the violation, whereas the development, who knows what hitches it could reach in the process.
Oh, right.
And so I think he's prioritizing getting all the stuff for the demo in.
Right, so we're looking for the paperwork for the demo But he still has to demo it after that.
Right, and then the conclusion, the resolution of the violation is if they're choosing this path, is the building being removed.
Okay, is there any problem having this paperwork by April? You picked, I see you picked April.
Right, it should be, this is my experience with the building department with the demolition process. Obviously, it's not my regulations, not my department, but typically you can get a demo permit in hand 45-ish days,
Right.
maybe a little bit more, a little less, but we can monitor that.
Yeah, and I think at least, we could come back in April and at least, if some hitch was,
If something
whether
happened.
it was like,
Asbestos or something,
asbestos,
right,
correct. If it
right.
was something like you ran into asbestos or, anything like that.
Right.
We could at least report as to what happened in that
Okay,
timeframe.
anybody else here to be heard on this?
Let's see, anybody on Zoom looking to comment, please raise your hand. From what I see here, I don't think so. Going once, going twice. So. We do have an April hearing scheduled.
Yep.
It's, 22nd.
Okay, so violation continues. Paperwork for demo due by 4/22 hearing. We'll put a contingent fine in. That'll give you leverage for your client. Contingent fine, $10,000 for progress. This is oral notice for the April 22nd hearing. Any questions?
What time, honey? Is it gonna be 3
Same
o'clock?
thing, 3 o'clock, yep. If that changes, we'll send a notice.
Okay. Go off the record for a second.
We have at the request of counsel, the hearing officer, we're gonna go off the record briefly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do a slight diversion in the agenda here. Attorney Olbers is taking 60 Maple Street next. Hopefully that one is pretty quick, and we have the property owner here in the room, so hopefully this is pretty smooth. Let me get the presentation up. Let's see. So there's two here. That. And that. Okay. Very good. And we'll go back to here. Screen. Okay.
Okay.
Very good. So, last time we were here, or do you want to?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. Could you state your name for the record, please?
Your name?
Oh, Victor Cucurani.
Would you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
You do.
Okay.
Okay. So, last time we were here, very similar to the last one, December 17th, 25. Matter was continued to today with a $10,000 contingent fine. Progress to get a survey for the fill and excavation application, and monitoring for the removal of large trucks and large equipment. If they return, then there'd be a fine assessed. So I have the presentation here, but in a nutshell, on the 22nd, which was a few days after the last hearing, received an email from the neighbor showing a large truck but with a worker loading, unloading, materials. Then we have done several inspections between 12/23/25 and February 20th. And inspections have documented various degrees of storage. However, over time, the amount of activity have been decreasing. And so we haven't been out there this week, obviously, because of the inclement weather there we've had. So I haven't been out there this week. I'm sure the owner may at some point when I've done my presentation testify to current conditions. But based on that testimony, we would have to confirm what's there. The big issue, other than that, is we still do need that fill and excavation permit. That still has not.
But this, what's happening? I'm still in follow. Where are we now with the
So we have
violation?
right here. So the violation now is I can go right to the last set of photos here. Let me, where are they? Come on, close your eyes, Counselor. There you go. There you go to the last set of photos. There. So this is the backyard as of, this was actually in January 16th. Oh. Sorry.
That's from January 16.
Hang on. Counselor, you need to get that or are you good?
No, I just trying to figure out how to sort of off.
There you go. So yeah, this is,
Okay, yeah,
So, yeah.
that's gonna be,
so we can, I'll zoom in a little bit
but
here.
it's not trucks, it's
Right.
just,
No trucks, the debris and equipment on this side was removed.
yeah,
There was still a little bit,
but it's not
Here.
that, it's, yeah.
so the testimony of the owner here is that it is gone, so we would need to confirm that. But compared this, you want to close your eyes again, Counselor? Compared that to, we'll do. Okay. This was on, let me see, when was this exactly? This was on December 23rd. And you see there was materials, equipment here.
Yeah, this is
That was
the-
back then.
yeah.
That was a month. So there is improvement. I have not received any further correspondence from any neighbors saying that there's commercial activity here. And I have in this presentation, multiple inspections, and it wasn't instant and overnight, but over time,
It's okay.
it was going. I think the issue, especially now with the snow and the melting that's gonna be coming of that, we need to get
Mhm.
this fill and excavation permit taken
That's
care of.
that's, what I decide, because I can parking,
Mhm.
I can storage any,
Right,
like, I looking around the neighborhoods, they park big balls. I have pile of 2x4s, is big problem. That's fine, I
Oh,
remove,
yeah,
right?
Mhm.
They have trailer, they have boats all over, they have, I have pile of 2x4s, I remove.
Yeah.
So what I like to do, I like to scrape
Okay.
whatever I use and put the grass is much easy because I can use it for other activities.
Right, but at the same time, you
I
still,
well, I have to do
but Tammy can correct me. if I'm wrong.
additional.
You still need a zoning approval for that. You still need an approval, fill and
If I
excavation.
wanna put in the grass, but
Yep.
put the grass,
Yeah.
because what's bushes there?
Oh, it was, I remember it was a
People
mess.
dump it.
It was not, it was
garbage.
not pretty.
I did clean, for my cost, I make it
Oh,
nice.
absolutely.
Try make it nice.
But yeah, we still need a permit for that. You can do that.
Okay, it's fine.
You can do
The
that.
problem is I have big pile of snow.
Oh, yeah, no,
I can't even schedule
the
the
survey.
company for survey.
Well, what you could do, you can give them a call, and because I've been
I
dealing
did
with this.
They didn't even schedule to come, it's takes a
And then
little
you
time.
get well, yeah, they will, once you enter into an agreement with them, they'll give you a time frame. And I know for a fact, I've had several matters that need surveys, and they have emailed me, some of them have said, hey, I need 2 weeks, hey, I need a month. As long as the surveyor tells me that, I take their word for it because they're the surveyor, that's their job. So if you do have contact with a surveyor, tell them, look, if if you're agreeable to his terms,
Mhm.
have him contact me and just have him send a quick email saying, hey,
Mhm.
I've been hired by the owner of 60 Maple Street. I need 3 weeks. I need whatever.
Now, you know,
Survey. Oh, I'll leave it up to them. It's their job. I'll leave it whatever they have to do.
Mhm.
So, but we definitely do need one. We definitely need a surveyor done.
All right, so we need a survey. So,
Let me just make sure, Councilman, nobody here is, for this one. Anybody attending here for 60 Maple Street wish to comment, please raise your hand and I will let you in. Going once, going twice. So,
all right, so I'm not sure that the date you're picking is gonna work if you're saying you have to wait for a contractor.
right, I did say March, so I mean, we could do April. To at least they can tell me when they're anticipated to go out.
It says there's a contingent fund. Let me just follow what you did here.
Sure.
If trailer returned, a fine of $10,000 will be assessed. But the trailer's gone.
Trailer is gone.
So where's the $10,000? Where's the contingent fine?
That was it. It was
Contingent, yeah,
if it came back.
right. So I don't have a contingent fine here. You're saying the contingent fine remains in place, but it doesn't. It's gone. Right?
Could feel free to issue a new one.
I understand.
Yeah, that could be
Okay.
here. Yeah, no, that's fine. I
Just
get it.
Trying to make sure we're
Yeah,
communicating.
we're on the same page here.
Okay. All right, so we are looking for permit for fill and evacuation, excavation. The fill and excavation permit. How much time do you want?
I had no idea. In 3 months.
Which is,
That would be May.
Because look, it's 8 feet pile of snow. It's gonna melt it forever.
But here, I'll meet
You're gonna be
you,
here for July.
I'll meet you in the middle. I'll meet you in the middle. How about we do April, and by that time, you just have to have a surveyor contracted, and he can.
Can
let
you give me
know.
the number from a different company? Because
I can't do that legally.
You go to Department of Public Works, they have
there you
a
go.
list of.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so you go to Public Works is right upstairs. They have a list of surveyors
Oh, yeah.
that, then you can get a copy of that and just shop around.
looking for. Well, let's put it down for April, and if you walk in here with proof that you tried and couldn't succeed, I'll continue it. But I don't wanna wait 3 months to find out you didn't get anywhere. Looking for evidence of permit or reason why not. I mean, if it just snows like this every day through then, we'll see. Okay. I'll put a contingent fine of $5,000 because I'm not looking in the truck here. That's contingent fine of $5,000. Continued to April 22nd. Is that the date?
Yes.
2026. Oral notice. Okay, this is your notice now to come back here.
I'm not sure I'll be around 22nd. That's why April is.
What if
Can we do beginning May?
when do
You
you?
could zoom in, you just need to zoom in
Yeah.
and you could provide John information if
That-
you do have a contract.
That's
Yeah,
what I
I've
say, if
been in
you-
Europe and this is the like 8 hours.
Well, what I'm saying,
time
If
if-
you have the contract, you won't have to.
Right, that's
Just
if
give it
you-
to John, and he'll-
If you have a contracted surveyor, like I say, he doesn't
Okay.
have to go do the work.
Oh,
He's
okay,
like,
so I don't
contract-
have to be
Give
here.
me a copy of the surveyor's
Okay,
contract,
okay.
and that's
All right,
what we're
that
looking for.
makes sense.
And
Yeah.
then he will tell me he's got it, and we'll continue it to the next round.
All right, Victor, you're all set.
Thank you so much.
You got it. Yep, we'll be in touch.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay. So we'll try and,
I gave you my agenda, but
oh, you did. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, is it in here?
I don't know
No,
where it was, I wouldn't have given it.
no, that's fair. There you
Okay,
go. All right. So that was 60 Maple. All right. And now I think we'll do, Attorney Ship's property, which is 9 Couch Street.
is attorney shift available?
Well, that's what we're gonna find out here. Here's the binder, so at least we can get that to you. All right, let's try this again. All right, Attorney Ship, you there?
I'm here.
All right, I'm gonna promote you again to panelist. Let's give that another whirl.
Got it.
Still
I
not
haven't
there,
got-
Counselor.
No, I haven't gotten anything.
Yeah, don't have it. I have the property owner. I have Melissa here. Hi, Melissa.
Yeah.
Oh, why
I
yours
didn't
is
get
not?
An invite.
Oh, let me see here. Promote the panelist.
Join as panelist. There we go.
There we go. Lovely. I just gotta get that video working there.
And I think I'm here.
We're getting there. So
It's all right,
we're getting there.
I'm just taking a nap.
There we go. Got you there, Counselor.
Yay.
There we go. All right.
Oh, good.
Can you hear you? Can you hear you, Nate?
We can hear you.
All right.
Nate, state your name for the record, please.
Nathaniel Ship. For
And-
the property of Melissa Holmes.
And your client is here with you?
Yes, she is.
Please state your name, please.
Melissa Holmes.
Would you raise your right hand? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, we can move on.
All right. So now let's get the old share screen up here. And another short presentation here, Counselor, which is a good thing. So last time we were here again was December 17th, 2025. And it was continued based on progress getting the zoning and building permits to be issued to remove or rectify the improper units.
Can you just,
Sure. We have a illegal 3-family within a 2-family.
okay,
And the Attorney Ship tried for a zone change. The zoning commission did not meet that with happiness and was denied. So the only option here now would be to remove the units. So that's what we're looking for. So we just need a typical zoning permits for zoning approval, floor plans, existing, proposed, showing the removal of the unit. And that's where we are.
um,
And I think I just have on here just the previous decision form, but I'll just make sure.
I'm gonna confirm the task. More time for drawings. Okay, speak to me, John. Everyone's open.
Well, I think they do need some time to get to get permits. I think you can get one, we could kick this one more month and we should be able to have at least an application for zoning in, if not approved by then.
Why don't we have it in? So far?
If I may I kind of, The application and the floor plans have
Attorney
been
Schiff,
submitted.
Attorney Schiff, please don't interrupt. I'm gonna come
My
back to you.
apologies. My apologies.
Just want to
Yeah.
understand what's going on.
So yes, what you'd be, so I was insinuating, yes, there could have been a application made already. However,
Let's hear what he's got to say.
There we go,
Okay,
yeah. I
Attorney
think
Schiff,
that's
let's hear
fair.
what you have to say.
Very good. I'm happy to say that the application and floor plans have been submitted. They are in Jayla's hands.
Oh.
So I would expect that you'll be seeing them very soon. And Melissa has or Ms. Holmes has basically inquired what the timing looks like, and we're right. I believe we're moving right along, and
Full
we'll
disclosure,
be able to
I
next
didn't
hearing.
check with our permitting gals this morning, so.
What date were they received?
What, do you happen to know what date they were received there, Counselor or Melissa?
That would be the 25th of February.
So let me just see, today, that's why I didn't see it. Let me do a quick check here, I'll go into the system here.
It's might not logged in.
It may not be logged in yet,
That's okay.
but I'll just double check this just to see. And folks at home
They
can't
swear to
see.
tell
this.
the
Okay.
truth. It's okay.
No, I just want to make my own mental, I'll make sure I'm not kooky here.
Yeah.
But I mean, that maybe it may take more than looking something up on on a screen here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's been entered yet, but I will, you guys are under oath, as Counselor said, so I will roll with that.
Thank you.
My insanity aside.
Very good.
All right. So Attorney Schiff, what do you want to do next? How much time do you want to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish?
If we could continue this over to April 22nd, that would be greatly appreciated. We just want to make sure the next time we see you, we can dispose of this. And my hope is that we don't have to see you.
That's true. If it's all done, you don't have to see me.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that acceptable to the city?
That should be more than enough time to obtain a zoning approval for especially if it's in our hands now, even if there's some adjustments that need to be made, that's plenty of time to do.
Gotcha. Okay. Did we ever put
I don't believe so. I don't think we put any contingent fine or anything like that on there.
okay. So we are progress underway. Continued to April 22nd hearing. Expecting completion by then. To keep your feet to the fire, I'll put a contingent fine in. Where are we with the fine money?
I think the maximum, I can pull it up real quick. It's not overly huge. We're not talking, massive, stuff here, but let me see. I'll pull it up real quick. D here,
It's usually on this.
it's usually there, it should be in there somewhere. Yeah, it's on your memo. It should be there. That's okay. I got it right here. The maximum fine as of today is $30,000. Okay, maybe that was a little more than I thought.
I'm gonna put a contingent fine of $10,000. That's not the kind of money anybody wants to lose. For completion or satisfactory reason, why not? There's always something could happen. Any questions?
No questions for me.
Anybody else here on this? Right?
I'll make sure. So, anybody in the Zoom chat want to comment? Raise hand. Going once, going twice. Sold. Oh wait. Oh, we got one.
Oh,
There we go.
Sorry.
Oh, we got
Hold
one.
everything.
I got you. Let's see. Darlene, can you hear me? You good? Maybe? Oh. Maybe retracting the offer here?
Did she raise hand?
She did, yes.
It's,
We'll just ask her to raise her hand.
Yeah, Darlene, raise your hand again. I'll try to unmute you here. See if that works. If you want to comment. Oh, there we go. Hey, okay, Darlene, you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sure.
So I just wanted to know, so what's the work that's going to be done? Are,
excuse me.
Oh, no, no.
sir,
Yeah.
can you,
can
I'm
you
getting
say-
feedback.
Can you tell us who you are
Oh, Darlene Young.
and where do you live? Where do you live?
100 San Vincenzo Place in South Norwalk.
Is that anywhere near this place?
Not quite. It's kind of is. Like I'd say mile-ish. Not
Okay.
bad.
And would you raise your right hand for me, please?
Can you see me?
Darlene?
Yeah,
No,
my
but
hand is
I'm-
raised.
Okay, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Okay, now I will hear you.
Thank you. So my question is, so are you getting approval to convert it to a 3-family or breaking it down
No.
to a 2-family? What is the
Two
permit?
family.
I'm sorry?
Two-family. Changing to
To
a
a 2-family.
two-family.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. That was my question.
Oh, very
Thank
good.
Okay.
You got it, Darlene? And want to hang around? You can hang around. We got a few more going.
Absolutely. And yes, absolutely. So on my day out of work, I am on and I saw some eyebrows raised. I'm also a representative in the area. So I'm just asking about what's going on.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Darlene, not to, I don't want to insult you, but I'm going to mute you for a second.
Please do.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we're all set with this.
I think we're all set. So we'll be back here with some hopefully good progress by the 22nd.
Or hopefully
Absolutely.
not.
Or hopefully not. If everything's all good, then we can not have to come back.
Well, that's good progress, though. Thank you very much.
You got it,
Have a
Counselor.
good
Thank you, Melissa.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
I don't think we're expecting anyone else for attendance. We were going to have one more, but because of the weather situation, somebody's flight got canceled from yesterday to tomorrow, so they are not gonna be here. But I think we can still proceed because it was gonna be continuation anyway.
So why don't we just drop it off the,
I mean, we could, but it is up to, I think you did place let me make sure, it's 264 Flackville. Just make sure we didn't have like a contingent fine or something like that.
okay.
We may have. Yes, we did.
All right.
So here, here's the packet. There we go. I get the presentation here. And actually, let's see.
Continue to 2/11/26.
Well, we originally had the 11th, but we
Okay.
switched it to today.
So then we continue to today.
Today, right?
Okay.
So. Well, there we go. So, just, wait, why did I do that? That's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, the reason I am saying maybe we can push forward here. They were here, I believe they were here last time, or did we get, and we double check here. They were here last time, so they had oral notice to be here.
Right.
So the decision was they just needed to get building permit by today. And they do have that.
Huh.
Let's see here. So they originally said here they would be joining.
Right.
Here, and I won't share it with everybody because they have a plumbing permit application as well. They just submitted today. That was one I was talking to the building inspector in the
Did you
hall
send
about.
them the Zoom application?
What's that?
Did you send them the Zoom?
Yeah.
app? Okay.
To send them and that's why here, I'll pull up on here as I won't throw it on the public screen here, but I'll put, let's see here. There you go. And so unfortunately, what it's for the party is now coincides with the hearing time.
Okay,
So,
so he's asking for a continuance.
yep, and they did do what they said they were gonna do, what we required them to do, which was get a building permit.
Right, but he's not asking, he's asking for a continuance. Or is he? I can't tell by what he said. He just said he's unable to attend.
He's not able to be here. We did have, like I said, because we did have the oral notice, but it was for the,
Right.
but they also have the right here. And they said they would be here today, but then they had
Something happened, all right.
something happened. So if we want to continue, the only reason I'm even going forward is just because there's a fine there. They did what they said they were gonna do.
All right, well, I'm not, it's a continuance.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
whenever this happens, next time they can come back and the contingent bond will go away.
Okay. We can-
Just don't, there's too many issues of, they said that if they had said that you go ahead without me or something, but they didn't.
No, that's, I concur with that. So we'll just maybe push it right to next month.
Yeah.
All right, we can do that. Yeah, because they have the building permit, I can keep following up on progress. I can keep
Right,
anyway.
just
So,
send them, you have to send them those.
right, so it'll be on,
So do I need to fill out this form?
I guess you'd say continued based on,
Circumstances.
yeah, I guess that's it. We have, our next hearing in March is the 25th. So that's where they would be going.
Continue to 3/25/26. Per hearing, I'm just gonna say per hearing officer. Cause I really don't need notice. In parentheses, there's a contingent. Fine.
And just for everybody at home, the property did have an illegal apartment. However, it was vacated and it does remain vacated per the fire marshal. So this is now just trying to do the construction. They cannot have a 3-family, but they can per building and fire code have a finished basement. That's what they're doing.
So they fixed this form, so it went to 3 pages, but gave me less space to write on. And we have a half a page of blank space here, and they could fix this.
I can probably adjust that a little bit on my own without them noticing. So that's,
mean,
I can
would just
play around with that.
Move this to the next page and give me some room here.
I can do that. I don't have to tell them either. I get some credit with the law department. I think I'll be okay. Thank you. Okay, and then the last two,
Here you go.
oh, yeah, right around then. So I was actually not 100% certain if these were actually going to be here. So, if you want, we can, we can say we gave them adequate time. I mean, it's 3:49,
Yes.
almost an hour. So I think I'll do the one with the, I would say probably the less debate. That would be 30 Lexington. Let's see.
Okay. Proof of notice?
I think we had oral notice on this one. Oh, no, I do. I have an email correspondence from the owner. I don't know if I may have put it in your packet. I didn't put it on the presentation here, Counselor. I can pull that up, but again, won't share.
Let's see.
So I got this here. This is from the property owner. Raji's representing the LLC that owns the property. Here we go. Thank you for following regarding the status and the upcoming February 25th hearing.
Okay,
And he provided that, I know is in your packet, the update. Should be 2 pages, I think.
I'm looking at the same page you.
I think you need the next one back there. There we go.
All right, so requesting continues.
Well, I had a conversation, you can read that if you want there.
Go ahead.
Well, this is an interesting one in that the property is secure.
Right,
It is vacated,
right,
heavily damaged in a fire.
yep,
And until the insurance company and the litigation that's involved, it's really not going anywhere. And the utilities have been cut.
okay,
So it is not functioning as an illegal 3-family anymore. That being said, we still need to hold folks' feet to the fire on these things. So what I was suggesting,
Well, hold on a second. It sounds to me like you said the violation is cured.
well, it's cured. The reason I can't confirm it's cured, if I was in front of a, Supreme Court here, that I could not confirm, I have not been in the building. There could still be 3 units there. It's just not functioning as it.
Okay,
So what we could do here, because there is some litigation involved in this, we have not assessed the fine nor placed a contingent fine on this. So we could remove it from the hearing process, but keep the file active here behind the scenes. I have the property owner's contact here, and I can set a reminder for every 3 weeks, 4 weeks to check on status. And if things become unsatisfactory,
bring it back.
I have 12 months to put it back here.
Okay, sounds like a fair way to do it.
I think I have been by the property. There is nobody occupying it. There's nobody, it doesn't look great, but that's not our purview.
Well, neighbors care about things like that.
Absolutely. So, get this back up. And we're gonna stop the share screen here. Darlene, you got anything on this one you wanna add? Oh, you're there.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, gotcha. Now I gotcha.
And tell me the street, the address again.
30 Lexington.
And so I believe it's boarded up, correct? I
It is
think.
boarded up. There's a fence. I think it does have a small opening in it for with a latch and a lock for owner or if city officials need to get, if like a building department need to check something. But yeah, it is vacated, boarded up. Looks like a place that had a nasty fire.
Yeah. And so how long does the owner have to rectify the
Well,
situation, or does that remain boarded up until he or she decides to do something?
I mean, darling, that's where we do have we do
Blight?
have a bit of a, it is blight. At the end of the day, that's what it is. If you talk to some of our attorneys here, it's a little divided, but if you talk to some of our attorneys here, they'll say, well, it's not being used as a 3-family anymore. It's boarded up, restricted, no utilities, things like that, and probably partially destroyed. It's not a 3-family anymore. So in theory, there wouldn't be a violation. You talk to some others, they would say, well, we don't have any confirmation that the physical 3 units or the illegal 3rd unit, I should say, has been removed, whether by the owner or by the fire. So we're caught in between a little bit in that, yes, they need permits to remove the illegal unit. That is the finality of it for zoning. But if the owner, and he has supplied a lot of documentation, there's some litigation going on. We can take it as, well, there's nobody living there. There's no utilities, nobody can kickstart it again. And it's probably unsafe and it's secure. You know, we can say, all right, we can monitor it here in our office. If, you know, I check back with the property owner, you know, let's say 3 times over the course of, you know, 2 months or so, and there's just no progress whatsoever, state statute allows me to put it back onto the hearing process here with just a simple hearing notice.
But for any other issue, it would probably fall under blight as far as.
Correct, blight, and you know, you may want to check with the building department in case they posted for an unsafe structure.
Right.
But again, you gotta keep in the back burner, I'm not sure how any of the background litigation is gonna hinder any of this. That's beyond me.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Excellent.
Anything else?
I think we're good.
This form now, this one, it does give me
See, sometimes they,
sometimes. Nobody,
I'll try
nobody
and,
thinks about when they make
you know what
a
I'm
form,
gonna do?
somebody has to use it.
Counselor, I'm gonna star the one on Flax Hill. I am gonna adjust that, and if the attorneys don't like it, oh well.
Attorneys don't care.
I've heard that before.
It's not what they worry about. But what am I writing here?
So it's a, removed from hearing process.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So you make violation file remains open. To be monitored by staff, I guess you could say, yeah, keep it easy.
By staff, okay. Great.
Okay. Thought we'd be able to sneak it in under an hour here, but we got one more, so.
That's okay.
I can. Oop, thank you.
You watch the hockey, huh?
Oh, absolutely, of course. That was a great game. There's
The winner.
partaking in celebrations, even that early in the morning. Okay, let's, take one more here. This is 36 Taylor. I was gonna hand the property owner a return the letter, but he's not here.
In my agenda again.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Let me,
I'm gonna put it underneath, so I wouldn't do that, but.
let's see. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
No problem. And that's the presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See if I'll set this.
I got moved down. Like the bar here? Oh, down. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. Why the cover sheet didn't go through on this one?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Very unhappy.
All right, let's still got like an hour on it.
Okay.
2 hours. All right, so 36 Taylor. The last time we were here was on December 17th again. I'm noticing a pattern. Oral notice was given to the property owner for today's hearing. And it was continued continued to today. We didn't have a February 11th on there. And so we placed a $30,000 contingent fine. Matter can be closed if certificate of zoning compliance is issued by today. So I'll keep it very simply. That has not happened. So
So we know if it's in process, then it's because the issuing people didn't get around to it? No.
there has not even been a building permit issued.
Okay.
There is a zoning approval here, which we have to revert premises from 5 to a 4 family.
Right.
So that's part of the process.
Right.
And there's also been a fire marshal approval for the work. And I will take one last look here. Again, not sharing this because of the inside system, but we'll do 36 Taylor. I'll just make sure they didn't pull a permit, within the last 24 hours. State permits. And we do not have a building permit as of yet. Now, the one thing I will mention,
What's the date on this?
as in,
Says he wants to come on the 26th. I don't know if this is February 19th. He sent an email saying,
I'll pull my email again. Here we go.
I'm happy to come in the 26th.
Well, he said, and then I sent him an email right after that. And I don't know why I would have printed that out, but said on there, my comment was, it's here, it would be a good idea to come by on the 25th because I am certain the hearing officer would ask you your progress. So, that's the long and short of it, is that we have.
You received a sign off on the fire marshal.
Yep.
Call the building department to make an appointment.
You do need an appointment to pull a permit.
So then why are we so upset here?
Well, we didn't have the certificate of compliance, which was required prior to.
But didn't he do what he had to do to get it, or just didn't issue it? Where are we?
Oh, no, we don't. A certificate of zoning compliance can only be issued after a building permit is issued and inspected.
Call the building department to make an appointment. So that's holding things up, sounds like.
Well, it could be, but I'll be honest, he got our zoning approval on January 7th, I believe it was. And let me pull up the memo real quick. Being frank, he could have simply walked that down to the building department and gotten an appointment the same day he picked up our permit. That's where my point of contention is. He went to the fire marshal first, which again, that we can definitely do that. They're free to do that, but could have easily had a building department appointment. Let's see here. January 7th was when the fire marshal, when he picked up our zoning approval. So literally on January 7th, could have walked down to the building department, at least got an appointment.
I understand. I'm just like, here's the situation. If we assess the fine, I would assess the whole thing. If it would have started from the beginning, might as well. Is this the kind of thing where
I will say this, and I have to be forthright. I have done an inspection at the property since our initial finding of this. And I do have photos here. I can pull up, if I need to, another presentation. The unit is removed. The units, the cabinets, the kitchen, the sink, the appliances, and some of the plumbing has been ripped out. So technically, it's not there. But Yeah, and this is one of those situations where by getting a permit and getting a CO and going through the building permit process, A, we're seeing it's done properly, make sure we're not gonna get a flood in there or something like
Right.
that. And then B, having the CO and the certificate of zoning compliance that says, hey, you went through this process, this is verifying for family there. So if he decides to put it back in, that's the golden ticket, the certificate. So, I mean, it's not, it's the same, but not as 30 Lexington. Because 30 Lexington is pretty cut and dry. The unit's not there, it's not occupied. We know that. Here, yes, it was removed back in October, removed with no permits whatsoever. And there was nobody in there. It's not saying that can't come back in 2 weeks.
Right.
So that's where,
It sounds like we're gonna kill the whole project because if he's
I mean,
this
well-
kind of money, whereas it could, I mean, okay, he didn't walk down the hall, but I'm just thinking is there
Well-
more to this than I'm seeing.
well, I mean, there could, I mean, I kind of wish he was here to explain that.
I
'Cause
understand.
that I don't, I put it this way. So he does generally respond to fines. I would have thought the $30,000 would have done the trick. Yeah, if we did go just to March, just to the next hearing,
How much would the fine get up to?
very close to $50,000. I can probably do the math real quick here. So it's here, May 8th, so that'll be May 13th. Let me get my,
May, why May?
that's when we issued the citation.
Oh, back to, go back, I'm sorry.
Let's see here, so we have May 13th. To, that would be March 22nd. 25th, sorry. Oh, 22nd, 25th. I'll get that right sooner or later. So that would be 316 times 150 times 150. That'd be $47,400.
Does this property owner habitually drag his feet on the violations or not?
Apartments generally no, he does have he has other properties where he had like auto repairs and things like that. They were eventually cleared. And he was fined once for a property, like $3,000. But he was dealing with tenants at that, the tenants were the ones causing the
Makes
problem.
sense for us to maybe request a reduced fine, a minimal fine, and close it and start it up again.
I mean, I was gonna go with, if, I would hope Attorney Oberst is in agreement here. If we go to March, because I am in contact with this property, it's not like he's ghosting or anything like that. Tell him, look, you need to get this done, and the scope of work is not terrible, we're not looking at, extensive work here. If he is not done by March 22nd with a certificate of compliance that I can hand you, he's not done, then I would request $45,000. And
And so the only rationale to not get the building permit is because you don't want to pay the building permit fee. That may be the issue possibly.
I don't think so.
No?
I think, I don't want to put it on the record. The property owner is,
Speculative, we don't know.
it's speculative, right? I don't think that's with the property. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just, he has a lot, he just has a lot on his plate. He owns a lot of properties.
But that's
And-
okay. That's what I'm thinking, just, it's gonna cost you 45,000, we'll get to the top of this pile.
I mean, I would thought, the only thing I would thought $30,000 would have.
But
But-
I don't wanna drop it to 5 now after threatening or 30 either, it's.
I think if we just gotta be, I think we gotta be in agreement in that if he doesn't have the certificate of zoning compliance by the 24th, we gotta make sure we issue that fine. I think that's, and I can relay that to him. I'd be like, yeah, Mr. Gaga,
If he's in a coma or something.
well, oh, yeah, of course, but,
That's,
of course, but
that's the.
we don't
plan.
wanna wish on anybody, even people that are in here, but,
That's, I mean, we're not putting up with it any longer, it's okay.
let's see, Darlene, you got any, you wanna Any comments?
No comments. No.
Okay.
Okay. Need, say it again,
Need a certificate
certificate
of zoning
of zoning,
compliance
zoning compliance
for 4-family.
for to March. Today,
25th.
March 25th, 2026, for compliance. Contingent fine.
Well, the maximum is, oh shoot, there's 316 times 150. Hang on. 47.4, we could say 45 to make it nice,
Yeah.
even.
In case your math is wrong.
Yeah, okay, just in case, yeah.
$45,000 will be assessed if not in compliance, if not procured. Certificate.
Got it by now. I think I got you writing down pretty good.
Yeah, I never have to read it. So. Okay.
Okay. And that's all we can go. Yeah, no, I think that's, and I will definitely get an email out to the owner ASAP to ensure he fully understands that,
Where now is top priority.
yeah, you gotta get this done. It's just the scope of the work. The scope of the work is not that large, so. All right, and I think that's it. I think we are all set. That's all there is. Darlene, would you like to have any other comments or anything before we shut down?
No, thank you.
Sounds good.
I wish I were
Okay.
there. Maybe not, maybe next time.
We wish you were here too. Always a
Yeah.
pleasure.
Yeah.
So our next hearings, Darlene, at least for me, are March 25th and April 22nd.
Okay.
I'm sure Ian's gonna have some in between there. I just don't know what they are offhand.
All right. And I have a question. Was this the only session or was there one at 2:00? Because there was one at 2.
Right, but there was only, I think, 3 or 4 items on there, and
Okay.
and you know, one of them is Martin Luther King Drive. I fully understand you may be a little interested in that. And I would email Ian, or I can have him email you with how that
Yep.
transpired.
You received the
Okay.
final part.
Oh,
We
there
can
you go.
talk
They
about
received,
it.
yeah, darling,
I'm
they
sorry?
received the fine of they received the fine of $5,000 apparently.
Oh, okay.
An assessed fine. That's
Good.
okay. Fair enough.
All right. All right.
All right, thank you, darling.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good night.
Good night.
All right, and we will be back here, everybody, on March 25th. Take care and enjoy the snow. Stop recording.